और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी, ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to Business Opportunity Over Chai. In this series, we bring to you the greatest brands offering franchise opportunities from all across the globe and curate a special experience or strategic discussion on franchising. Business Opportunity Over Chai is presented by our management team of Franchise India, Mr. Gaurav Maria, the chairman of Franchise India Group, and Ms. Sonia Chaudhary, the MD of Franchise India. Every day at 12 p.m., we launch a new brand for the Indian audience and present a lucrative new business opportunity. In today's episode, we present to you Super Park United, which is an indoor activity park concept that offers a wide range of activities and experiences for individuals and families. It originated in Finland and has expanded to various locations around the world. Super Park's main aim is to provide a fun and engaging environment for all people, promoting physical activity, social interaction, and play. We have with us today Juha and Roger from the team Super Park, and we also have with us the esteemed CEO of Fran Global, Ms. Venus Barak, to take us through this exciting journey. Welcome once again, and over to you, Venus, now.
Thank you so much, Ratma, and good afternoon, everyone who has joined in today, would join us later from India. And of course, good morning to our guests from Finland. It's early morning for them, so thanks a lot for them to join our session. Before I bring the brand in, let me just kind of give you a certain summarization on what we are really trying to do with Super Park. I've spent more than 16 years in the franchising business. And every time I meet an investor, a prospective franchisee, or an operator, one question they typically would ask me or would be looking for is, which is the next sunshine sector in franchising? It used to be different when I joined the industry in 2007. It used to be different when we started our organization in 1999, and it is different today. So Super Park belongs to the category, I think it has many, many names to it, but we will call it a leisure entertainment zone for children, young adults. Now, and Super Park, I think the way they have developed this particular model and format is literally state of the art. And between Super Park team and us, we did a lot of research. They were actually here with us in July, and were surprised that although India is such a large market, when it comes, we have 200 million school-going children. So it's a massive market, but the options for children to really go out, enjoy, get entertained, yet at the same time have an engaging atmosphere, maybe learn as well. I think those options are limited in nature, very static in nature also. Or some of them are there, but they are really out of the reach. I mean, you have to travel 2 hours outside the city to maybe experience something. So with Super Park and in all transparency, Fran Global and Super Park have partnered. And today I actually am here in front of you as a master franchise partner for Super Park, where so our idea is to really bring the state of the art format and brand to Indian children, young adults, even I would say families and parents, and give them the option of an engaging and entertaining environment where they feel comfortable and have fun. So very happy for that. And today's session will be laid out in a manner where we would have first of all Juha and Roger, welcome. So to the session. So Juha and Roger would be taking us behind the Super Park story, what they are doing across the world, and of course their plans for India. We would then also start, we will have my colleague Ashok to share with you what is a typical financial model. But I would say overarching theme of the session is to really give you a sense on the brand, the business, the market potential. And this is a live session, so please feel free to communicate with us. It's through the Q&A box. You should be able to tell us where you're from and which city you're looking for, if you're a franchisee or not. So Q&A box is the right place for you to communicate with us during the session live. So we will take the Q&A questions later in the session. So yes, let's keep this interactive. Let's keep this engaging. And yes, very, very happy to bring up our partners, Juha and Roger from Super Park, Finland. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you, Venus. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so Roger, would you share a presentation? How do we get started?
Let's start with video.
Yes. Great, that was a great video. So Juha, Roger, let's get started and share the presentation.
Yes, we'll show that soon. Hey all, I'm founder and CEO of the Super Park, Juha, and here is the Roger, who is the Chief of Commercial. We shortly will give you the our story, concept, and then a little bit about business model, and then Ashok will continue. Short presentation.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. We are all in one indoor activity park. I call normally it's hybrid model. And what I mean in hybrid model, I mean two ways. One is that, like Venus said, that this is not only what the kids can do with their lots of the activities like you showed seen in the video, but also teenagers are very fond of this because of the freestyle and those activities. Then parents, there is not so many places where parents can involve with kids together and making together. That's the reason it's very high level family entertainment. And also adults can do it lots of the activities there. And for example, companies are very, very important business lines for us. Second, I mean that why we are calling that it's hybrid model. It is that Normally, when you go somewhere, there is one activity or something, but in our park, there is 30 to 40 different activities. End of the day, we have 80 or 100 activities, which ones we are choosing for our partners, best practices in market. This is shortly our history. We are about 10 years old company, and we based first park in 𝐁𝐴𝐺𝐴𝐺𝐷, it's holiday resort in Finland. There is living only 10,000 people, but first year there was visitor in our park 150,000 people because it's holiday resort. Now we have in Finland 8 parks, and internationally we have 5 parks more. This year we are opening 10 parks. We have signed parks, 35 parks, and now we are targeting in India market. We have negotiation globally all over the world. If I give you shortly, I go deeper in this presentation. This what I'm gonna say in this page. But if I shortly share this, maybe I give although our park based in activity, in real activity, not virtual and those like, but real activity. And if I give you 3 most important words, what is giving the picture from our park, it's movement, joy, and friendship. Move with joy is very important. Kids who is naturally active or they belong to sport club, they doing lots of things. But in our park, also everybody who is not naturally activity, they can move with joy. It's not forced. It's based on the voluntary activity. There's lots of the mega trends behind of us. Maybe one of the most important is that kids are playing too much in the mobiles and maybe computers and PlayStation and those. They are not so much anymore be active. This is one. This is global challenge. Second is that there is not so many platforms, like Venus said, that there's not many platforms for the families go and make fun together. And third, maybe important trend is that shopping malls needs new entertainment attractions to go in the park. Of course, we have both locations. We have shopping malls and standalones. If we're giving our position, there is hundreds and maybe thousands in India also the playgrounds, but they are only the kids, and I think so they can be higher level and higher quality. Second, what I have seen globally when I traveling lots, is that there's hundreds and thousands one activity park like trampoline park or climbing park or something like that. But you can imagine in our park, there's 30, 40 different activities. If you want to take that trampoline moment, we have the world best trampolines. But after that, you have 30, 40 another activities. And this gives the possibility, many revenue streams, and it gives also many target groups. Kids, teenage, family, parents can do it, grandparents can do it, and companies can do it, and many other things. We are not theme park, we are not virtual park, we are indoor activity park, and this gives that our position. And we haven't seen this kind of the activity park globally. It's none of this level. Like Venus said, that this is a huge potential, a new concept, and it's belong to entertainment and leisure business. We can make different size. We can make different location, 1 or 2, maybe 3 floors. And of course, we have some requirements of the premises what we need, but it can be 1,500 square meter. It means 15,000 square feet, until we have 60,000 square feet in Finland, the biggest ones parks. Between that, but I think so. Ideal concept will be about maybe 25,000-30,000 square feet. It's very good because of course there is many things what give the right size. And sorry, like I said, we are choosing in the market 25 to 40 different activities, but we have about 80 to 100 activities what we can choose which one is the best. Of course, there belong also the restaurant or cafe, that because people are a few hours in our park, they need some energy also. We have 3 different areas in our park. There is the kids, for the kids adventure area, and there is many activities for small kids. This is nearby playgrounds, but these are many sites than normal playgrounds. Then we have every time game arena. Here also kids, teenagers, also parents, families can do it together, but especially groups, company groups can do it, many teamworks and so on there. Different games integrated with digital activities. And then freestyle is very important, especially when you try to get teenagers into your park. And this is one very important, and it gives the position on our playgrounds and other parks. Okay, then shortly, what revenue streams we have?
Okay, Superpark is not only a place to have fun and move. Business-wisely, this is a super money-making machine. We are not only selling tickets. As you can see, in our revenue stream, 60% of our revenues come from tickets, but 40% of sales come from our other business lines. Parties, always super important. Corporate events, team building, really important. And then groups, camps. Then, as Juha said, we quite often have our own restaurant or cafeteria in the park. Then we do product sales, merchandise, memberships, and partnerships with corporations. So this all makes Superpark to a money-making machine, also beyond normal ticket sales. And here you see examples of corporations that have utilized Superpark for team building or partnerships.
Thanks, Roger. Like I said, this is maybe our ideal optimum size for our parks. And then there is some pictures of the shopping malls. For example, Suntec City in Singapore is very famous hub for us, where many visitors are. There is picture also from Kuwait and then from Kuala Lumpur. These are inside of the best shopping malls in those cities. Then shortly, business case in India, and then maybe Ashok continue after this giving you more details, and after that I can answer and Roger can answer what you have maybe on your mind. Our target, we have analyzed it together with Brand Global. We have made a contract, like Venus said, they are our master franchise and they take care of the negotiation in India. And we have together analyzing that maybe 25-30 parks can come in India and timetable 5 years. We have found there maybe 70 cities. Of course, some cities can take 2, 3, 4 parks, like biggest cities. We have 2 different models, and one is that if there is like normal license franchise business, they will wind the investor and they themselves operating. Then there is the numbers. It's 80 lakhs per unit our initial fees, and then royalty will be 6% and marketing fee 1%. If there is investors or maybe landlords who are interesting, we are using both models in the globally. Then Frank Global will organize the management with us, and then it's coming plus 10% of gross profit the management fee. This is our business models what we have now talked in and decided how we come to the Indian market. Okay, and then shortly, if we put it, this is a high-level example, and financial numbers per unit, and then we are thinking this is the 27,000 square feet unit, and then capital recruit estimation will be about like there is reading 130 million Indian rupee, and we have analyzed with our historical and how its business case is going in the India payback times, 2 different models. But it, like Roger said, that there is good opportunity to make the business very shortly, because we are making 10 plus 10 years contracts with and it gives quite many years time to make it. There is the example how it's sharing our initial investment, and of course everything is clear for us, but property renovation alteration works is that it's changing, because it's totally based which condition is the premises, and is it landlord taking part of that renovation, or is it the operator taking, and that gives the possibility that the investment is lower, but it can be also a little bit bigger, and it pays to the things. Of course, here is also potential because this is draft and a high-level example. There is potential in Indian market putting those numbers lower if we found partners who can help us in construction and everything in the Indian market, but Ashok can continue that. And here is the high-level profit and loss estimation, low scenario and optimistic scenario, and there is this has made with model where is including the 10% profit management fee profit of gross management fee of gross profit. And like you can see that we are putting very carefully in start. This is first year very carefully that other sales like roads and states, normally when we have running the business, it's 60% tickets and then 40% on others. Here we have started because other sales is not maybe ready in when we starting. And I don't continue this because this is high level numbers, and if somebody is interesting and maybe also continue deeper, I don't know what's your role, how gonna you do it that. This is shortly our presentation, and there is one slide where we are giving the like I said, there is mega trends behind us. We need more platforms for families, kids need more real activities, and shopping malls need new attraction. We have target groups, very many sites. It gives us many revenue streams, like we have said. And of course, location is very important part. Everybody understands that this is location business. This is very important where the location on good accessibility and footprint is very important. And we are giving the unique concept, quite good proof of the business. It means return of the investment and global network, because when we are making globally, we are giving all the time new ideas to the business. This is shortly our presentation.
Thank you, Juha and Roger. I think this was very well put together. And you did discuss some numbers. Now I will ask Ashok just to share the Indian version of the numbers, so that people can just get a better understanding on the model.
Thank you, Venus, and thank you, Mr. Roger and Mr. Juha. I think it's a very good opportunity, and if you look at this business format, it's already like internationally acceptable format and internationally recognized model. They have been like successfully running these parks over several international locations. Now, once it comes to India, if you look at the Indian markets that I think Mr. Juha basically shown in the presentation, so they are looked at around 1820s top cities of India, so that these top 20 cities account for more than 1/3 of the Indian urban population. And if you look about the economy of the India, these 1820 cities account for 50% of Indian GDP. So your economic activity, you can say 50% accounted by these cities. So the affordability and the paying capacity of the customer, I think, is very, very high across these cities. Not only the affordability and paying capacity, it also gives us, if you look at the population density of the city is very high. So basically, people don't have the multiple options for physical activities. So I think this is a very good concept in terms of not only you are making business, but it also giving health benefits to the customers. So it's a kind of like health benefit and economic benefit. Both benefits basically Super Parks is bringing for our investors. Right. So now I will basically take you through the financial model in detail. So I'll share my screen.
Thank you, Ashok.
Yeah. So if you look at the area requirements, that's we are targeting around 2,500 square meter to 3,500 square meters. So the calculations we have done, we have taken an optimum minimum size of 2,500 square meter, that translates to 27,000 square feet. So this can be like 27,000 square feet. It can be larger space as well. It's depending on the availability. So the civil work for your area is required around 67 lakh rupees of investment. On activities, so depending on the activities that you choose, so this is again we are taking average, that is your 7.6 crores on the activities and games. Installation of activities, that is again around 56 lakh rupees. Shipping for activities cost, because a lot of equipments will be shipped from Finland to India, so the shipping cost is around 58 lakh rupees. IT and digital, so IT infrastructure will cost you around 56 lakh rupees. Graphic design and interior costs, so graphic design around 65 lakh rupees, and your general design and interior artwork is going to be around 90 lakh rupees investment. Planning, design, training, and other Super Park fees is around your 26 lakh rupees. Initial franchisee fees is 89 lakh rupees. So you can say it's 89.6. That's, you can say 90 lakh rupees is the one-time franchisee fees. Launch marketing budget to start the operations is around 10 lakh rupees. So it gives us a total of 12.8 crores. No. So that is the total investment in terms of, apart from this, initial inventory that is required for around 26-27 lakhs, plus rental deposit for the property. So we are considering rental at 80 rupees per square feet, right? Even in the malls, that kind of, we have considered slightly at a higher end. So this rental you can get in basically like Delhi, NCR, and Mumbai, but this rental will be much lower if you target cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, or Kolkata, or eastern part, and some of the cities in UP and in Western India. So their rentals will be much lower than this. So property rental deposit is going to be around 64 lakh rupees, and another working capital you require to start the operations around 1.8 crores. So total budget, you can say the total financial bandwidth my franchisee should carry, it should be in the range of like 15 to 16 crores. Now we will look at revenue streams. So in revenue streams, we have multiple revenue streams for the park. So we are looking at the general admissions. So people who are coming for shopping and through the walk-ins, these are considered as a general admissions. Second category is your birthday parties, groups, that basically schools, institutions, and then monthly memberships, right? And F&B market. So if you look at my total categories, we have general admissions, birthday parties, groups, monthly membership, and other categories considered under F&B. So it gives me monthly revenue of 1.15 crores. This is, we are talking about the low case scenarios. And my monthly revenue at the year end goes up to 16 crores. In the optimistic scenario, these projections starts from 1.5 crores and goes up to 21 crores. So now let's have a look at the low business case scenario. In low business case scenario, my total revenue is around 16.6 crores for the first year. And in fifth year, it goes up to 24 crores. Right. Purchase cost. So our cost of catering birthday parties and cost of basically F&B products. We have considered 50% for F&B, and cost of servicing birthday parties and all, that is around 20%. Plus other costs at like 30,000 rupees per month. My property cost, rental is my primary cost. So that is your 21 lakh rupees per month kind of rental we are considering. 1.5 lakh rupees per month for electricity bills. Cleaning services, 20,000 rupees per month. Maintenance, 50,000 rupees per month. Sanitism is again 20,000 rupees per month, and general maintenance 50,000 rupees per month. Apart from this, you require basically to run the super park, you require 2 operations manager. So at like 25 rupees per thousand, like 45,000 rupees per month, you require 4 duty managers at 20,000 rupees each, and you require 20 full-time staff, basically operating staff at 18,000 rupees. Marketing and sales, so third-party marketing agency commission we are keeping at 5%. Marketing cost, this is your local marketing cost that franchisee has to spend to generate the demand and pull customers, plus another cost of 1% of revenue that goes to the brand for international marketing. So brand will be supporting you doing their international level marketing for individual franchisees. Royalty is 6%. Apart from that, you are going to have some office and admin staff cost. So that's considered here. So total expense, if you look at, is 7.39 crores. And it goes up to 9.8 crores. So if you look at my gross profit, it's 9 crores in the first year itself, and it goes up to 14 crores in fifth year. From this gross profit, as Super Park India management fees, we have considered on gross profit is 10%, or you can say it's 8,000 euros per month. That translates to 86 lakhs for the year. So that's my maximum of 2. So the franchisee has to pay if the percentage of gross profit is higher, or my minimum guarantee is higher, that we need to pay to the SP India as a management contract, where SP India will provide you the full support. They will provide you the trained staff. They will run the entire operations, and from the whatever the revenue you generate for your unit, the expenses will be paid from that unit, and we calculate the gross profit on that, and from that SP India takes some management fees. So after expenses, so if you look at my total investment, or you can say initial capex was 12.8 crores. So my franchisee makes basically recovers their entire investment in 26 months, and franchisee makes 3x of their investment in 5 years. This is considering low business case scenario. Now let's have a look at our optimistic scenario. So in the optimistic case scenario, my franchisee make break even in 18 months, and it makes like 4x of their initial investment in 5 years. Even our contract period is 10 years, but these calculations we have done only for 5 years. So you can imagine for the next basically 5 years, you are going to achieve at least another 400%, 400 to 500%. So franchisee can make at least 10x of their investment in 10 years. So that is the potential this business carries. Yeah. So with this, I will end the presentation, and we can take queries if any. So Venus, over to you.
Thank you, Ashok. I think there are 2 doing this business. We figured out that we might have people who will say, okay, I want to invest into this business in this brand, but I don't have the capacity to be able to operate it. So we have two models here. One is what we call a full franchise model, where you come in as a franchisee, you get all the training, support, and then you operate the model by yourself. In that scenario, the ongoing royalties are what you are sharing with us, you're giving to us. And Ashok, that is 6 plus 1%, right? That's
Correct.
6. And the other scenario, because real estate being such a integral part of what we are doing, is where we actually operate the business for you. In that case, apart from the fee and royalties, which Ashok has just mentioned, you would be paying an additional management fee. So, which pretty much means that you will be handing over we will be operating the business, we will charge you an operational fee, a management fee, but the rest of the model, the financials and everything sort of remains the same. So we, depending upon where you're coming from, we can talk about both the model. But overall, I think I would want Juha and Roj to come in now. I think one thing, you have figured out what you would call the secret sauce in terms of the brand and the business model. How do you figure out the real estate part, Juha? Because that's something which is going to be very critical for the Indian market. Would you be considering, going to existing malls, because there are like hundreds of new malls coming up in India now. And I know almost every mall owner and operator is looking for concepts like these. So how, how do we, what's your perspective, how a prospect who's looking into this category look at the real estate part of it? Do you think we should only be open for real estate owners? Because I guess that's a very synergistic marriage between the concept and what they bring on board. Or, I mean, we would have someone where, they come in with the, okay, I'll invest, but then they would lease it out. So how does it typically work worldwide, Juha?
I think so. The most important is the location. This is the most important, and like we have said that when we started with Venus discussing, we have understood both sides that the location is the most important, and after that, all the models are open for us. But I think so, if we are making 25-30 parks there, maybe it's too heavy to find 25 to 30 partners there. Maybe we have to concentrate it that there is maybe hopefully less partners who can take part of the more parks, and it gives also better opportunity for the business. And we have many models globally with like I said, that there is also in shopping malls, and then especially better than me in Indian market and Asian, we have all of our parks in shopping malls today. But in another part of the globally, we have also standalone like retail parks and those things. It can be this. Of course, one very important part is that we need maybe 2,000, 3,000, 20 or 30,000 square feet. This is very important when we give the agreements. And high ceiling is very important part also, because we need enough high ceiling. Minimum is the 4 meters, and it has to be some part a little bit more that we can put it exciting activities also there. And this is not so easy all shopping malls. But we have noticed that globally all the shopping malls want to renovate and making the new entertainment strategy, because they need totally new attractions to the malls. And then also, like Ashok said, that this is not only the business who will be investing this is making also the good for the community, and there is bigger values behind of that. And I think so it gives over the investor or landlords also the position in the competition, that we have this kind of the family entertainment inside, and then we can guarantee that it is high level. I don't know if I answered rightly what you meant, but if you want more, I can give you more info.
No, I think that makes sense. So location is key to the business. As I mentioned earlier, Super Park has done a tremendous job in figuring out the model and the system. So this works across the world, and it will work in India, and that's why we have partnered with them. The location is important, and ideally, so this is a high investment and high return business. So like a 15 to 18 crores of investment. We understand that narrows down our partner profiling. And even in that, because we are getting a lot of calls since we have announced this partnership, but what we really want is we want to build, because this is again a high turnover and high return business, high investment business, that ideally we're looking for someone who can build multiple parks over a period of time, because for them, then it makes sense, the economies of scale. So for example, if you run 5 parks, you're looking at a turnover of 100 crore plus. Now, when you have that kind of turnover, your backend, your marketing, your people, your training, everything really works beautifully. So let's see, if you are somewhere from Bangalore, I mean, we can talk about you doing 5 parks over a period of 5 to 6 years. We understand that the real estate is not going to come tomorrow here. We understand that part. I think this is an opportunity for a lot of business families, family offices, credible and established real estate players, or if you are looking to, if you are someone who is looking to enter a category in a big way, we can have a discussion. I think between us and Super Park, the partnership works because Super Park is bringing their IP, their standards, their system, and we completely rely on them for that. And us as Fran Global, what we are really trying to build is we are really building a platform for families, children's, kids to come in and have a good time. And I know it is the need of the hour. So I guess, this session is just to kind of give you a sense on the model. So maybe and the brand and the business. We are more than happy to sort of answer any questions you might have today. I think there was a question regarding investment. We've already cleared that out. And yeah, we look forward to hear back from you, and let us know your questions, your feedback. And we'll take it up from there. Juha, Roger, anything to add before I hand it over back to my colleague?
Thanks, Venus. Maybe it's good to say that how long is time we need time to make the totally lifting up the park. I think so. When a lease in a landlord has signed, normally it takes maximum 6 months that we can put it park working, and most important part is the same time we are making the layouts and then choosing the suppliers and activities, and same times are starting renovation or alteration works in premises. It takes some time. Then it's coming to shipping, then it's coming to installation, and then it's ready to start. In the same time, we are taking care with you guys, training and operation preparation and those things. But it takes normally, after the signing the lease, maximum 6 months, and we are ready to opening that park. Then I want to also say that landlords are very important key player we have countries also where landlords are themselves operating because they need something. Or 2 models, like you said, they can operate it themselves if they have under their business, the entertainment business or leisure business already, or restaurants or similar ideologies. Or they can also giving that they give the space and investing, and then they putting the management somewhere else. And this is one model how our landlords are working. Second model is that they are helping to giving the box, making the renovation, taking part of that cost, and maybe even the investing some part. because they're gonna get long-term very good behind the very good values, family entertainment there, and that way helping to operators to start. Then you put it operator profiles. One is very important. If you have already this kind of the leisure business, or you have restaurant business or something like that, and you have chain or more those, and you are looking for the new business opportunity, this is also working for them, not only the family offices or not only the investors and not only the landlords. We have seen those kind of operators who are interesting. And like we have said, there is many countries like Japan, for example. We signed one company. One individual investors. They want to themselves to make the whole Japan, and they are same time master license, but they are same time investing themselves and operating themselves. So that this is many ways how we can make it that, and of course they have a huge opportunity. Of course, Japan is not so big than India, but it's still we are discussing over the 10 or 15 parks there. Maybe these are a few things.
No, I think very well said. And 6 months timeline is fairly aggressive. So I think delivering a park, and again, I think for Indian context, what Juha means is when you get the possession. So I know sometimes there's a gap between signing the lease contract and the possession. So from the day of possession, we can deliver and launch the park within 6 months. That's very so. And remember, guys, in this kind of a model, the negotiations with the landlord, with the mall owner will be different. So the rent-free period would be longer because it's just it's going to be an anchor brand for the mall owner. Like there's an anchor cinema, there is an anchor grocery store. Super Park will be an anchor entertainment zone in any of the malls it opens, any of the locations it opens. So the negotiations for Super Park would be according to that. But I think and Juha is very clear that once we get the position, we can, and again, we are working with Juha and team, our operations team, to deliver the location and the Super Park zone within the 6 months, which is fairly aggressive. But I think it is a requirement of the business. So thank you so much, Juha. I think this was a great synopsis. This should give, Roger, sorry, you're there. Anything you want to add?
Just to tell you all that we want to come to India the first half of 24. We are ready to do that. So yeah, let's not wait.
I like that.
Wait.
I like that. I think the I'm between Juha and Roger, I see a different version of like, you know, our idea of people coming from Finland. They really are very prompt, very aggressive, and I think they definitely meet our pace. So very excited to work with both of you. And yes, I think Roger, that's a good timeline that we want to open by the second half of next year. But of course, we have to sign the deal within this year. And that's very important. And that's what we are working for. And just to let people know, Juha will be here with us in November in Mumbai. So if you want to set up in-person meeting with the Super Park team, then we can do that in November, because during the Mumbai franchise show. So we'll share those details as well later. But otherwise, thank you very much, everyone. And this was a good session. Thank you, Ashok. Well done. And I think again, for us, we are, although we have a fairly aggressive growth targets, we only want to do this with people, you know, who want to do this in a meaningful manner. So for us, it's a selection process. So idea is to have a conversation. So if you think this is something you want to talk about, reach out to me. I'll give in my number also. Let's have a chat. And then if it makes sense, you know, we will involve Super Park team, because in the end, this is a long-term relationship. It's not an overnight relationship. It's a big investment. We want all of us to be able to understand that we can work with each other, and that we kind of really understand what the business is about and what we want to do with it. So if that's the case, reach out to us. And thank you, everyone. I will hand this over back to Shritama or Neha.
Thank you very many.
Thank you, Venus. Thank you, Ashok. Thank you all for joining us. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Venus. Thanks a lot. How beautifully you have briefed about the brand and the opportunities available. I think you would be, you would able to convey the brand details and the opportunities are there available. There are some questions which are available in Q&A window. If you can just answer by writing or by taking up live.
I see it. What would be the additional
Yeah.
to be paid to brand over the above normal? It's 10%. Right, Ashok? Can you answer this question?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a 10% on gross profit.
Right. So if you're doing 1 crore, or for example, it's going to be 10 lakh rupees. This is in addition to the royalty. Royalty is
Right.
addition.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So sorry, Neha, I missed that question. Mukarram, I hope that answers your question. Yeah, there's another one. Okay, how much is franchise fees? It is $100,000 US, so which comes to about
90 lakhs. Yeah. 90 lakhs.
90 lakh Indian rupees. It's a 10-year contract, 10 plus 10 years. There are more questions. Just keep them coming. I'm seeing them now. We may need to look for land parcels between 2 cities to build these kind of park. Metro city is difficult to find space. Are you, Hemang? Well, again, I think the kind of model it is, we want, locations which are high traffic. And so you should be able to actually get locations within the city as well. So let me tell you, Hemang, every mall owner is going to want to talk to you for this when you go to them, because most of them don't have this. And they do have entertainment areas, but they generally are not of the best, let's say, level. So, but if there is a big destination coming in a certain part of the city, outside the cities, we can have a look. As I mentioned, we should be able to put together a park in like 25,000 square feet. And remember, this is not the ground floor. This is going to be the top floor. So which is a non-prime area. Generally, actually, malls have that area. And they always look for, like you would know, in mall, if you have bowling centers in a mall, you can have super park. And because bowling center would also require 20,000 square feet. Why we have like 25,000 square feet area requirement, because we want to put up enough different activities so there is enough throughput in the center. So I think if you have a specific location in mind, you can always reach out to me. I've put in my number. But ideally, we want high traffic locations. We don't want people to kind of travel 2 hours outside the city to actually experience Super Park. We want this to be within the city. And mall owners would actually open their doors because they are actually getting like a bulk wholesale sort of a format, which takes care of the most non-prime part of their property. Plus, this is a business which gets families, mums, kids into the mall for 2 to 3 hours. So it really is right up the alley. We are working with malls in Singapore, the most, I would say, competitive sort of marketplace anywhere in the world. So I think it will be a combination of that. And we can have a chat and we can help you if once we understand each other to actually get the right location also, because how to pitch to a mall owner is also a different thing. And actually Ruha and Roger and team, Super Park team is going to help us, going to help our partners to be able to go through to actually pitch to the mall, because sometimes people might not even understand. So all that work, you can rely on us. But yes, location is important, and that is something which would be looked at critically by ourselves and the Super Park team, because we don't want our parks not to work. Ruha, you want to add there? In
Singapore, we have a first floor, because shopping mall wanted when we are coming in the shopping mall that it's like there, and it's over the 40,000 square feet. That it also working every, and it's shared in 2 floors. This is many possibilities how to do it, but footprints has to be enough.
I agree. So I hope that answers your question. Hemang, 𝐸𝐵𝐺𝐸. I will look into 𝐸𝐵𝐺𝐸. Maybe I'm not, I don't have a very much idea what that is, but we will look into that. Ashok, do you know what 𝐸𝐵𝐺𝐸 is? No?
I have no idea. We can just we can look at it.
We will have a look. Okay, so I think if there are any further questions, I don't see any questions. Good discussions, good questions. Again, reach out to us and we'll have a chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Venus. Though Venus has already answered all your questions, but still, if you have any query, you can get in touch with Venus directly on her number, which is being shared in the chat window. Again, her number is 9810184898. You can get in touch with our hotline number, which is 9717683838. You can write it to us on our email ID, which is feedback@franchiseindia.in. Apart this, I would like to tell you that we are coming up today with our show, which is Bharat Franchisee Show. Today, we are going to cover food and beverages special, and it is going to start at 7 p.m. I have shared the registration link in the chat window. You can register yourself and you can join to see the opportunities available into market related to food and beverages. Apart this, tomorrow we are doing the opportunity. We are coming up with a new brand, which is Grub Soul. It's a seafood brand. They are leading multi-cuisine seafood restaurant brand, and it's a startup. And we are going to introduce you with this brand tomorrow at 12 o'clock with Business Opportunity Over Chai. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Have a lovely day ahead.
Thank you.